How's it going, everybody? Welcome to We Do Tech. Now it's another Q&A video. Now again, like last week and the week before, you guys just asked so many questions that I need to split it up into a few different videos, with our first two being last week and the week before, and this week being the last one from all the questions you asked last time. So we're gonna answer some of your questions a bit more in this video, and then we're gonna do another Q&A next week because apparently guys have a lot to ask me. But anyway, let's jump into today's Q&A then. But quickly, just a mention before you guys go, I will leave a link in the video description to my second channel, just We Do Tech Extra. It's just another We Do Tech channel where I do some other unboxing videos and reviews and so on. It's a lot more casual. I'm not gonna do a lot of like crazy editing or anything like that. Very simplistic. So if you guys want to see a bit more of that and just other videos in general, get like unboxings and stuff like that, then definitely check that one out. I want to see if we can grow that one a bit more. But anyway, let's jump into the video. All right, so for Instagram, we have a few questions here. Willing to stream some sim racing, racing simulators. If I can like get a racing wheel and everything, I wanted to do that. Maybe in the new house, the bigger house, I'll have like a dedicated racing corner and just be able to play racing games, because I'd love to do that. I love playing racing games. It's just you need to have the steering wheel and everything. You need to be immersed in the game with. So yeah, maybe in the next house. Then next we have Stefan van Niekerk asked, what motivated you to get into tech, and also do you wish for YouTube to become a full-time job? Currently it's my full-time job. Pretty much, I do some stuff on the sides, but pretty much YouTube is my full thing. And as for motivating me to get into tech, probably just I love to do tech. I wanted to become a YouTuber. After watching like a lot of Hardware Canucks, he's probably Dimitri from Hardware Canucks, pretty much the guy that got me into like wanting to do YouTube reviews. That's why also most of my type of videos kind of mimics him in a way. You might see that. I also actually got to meet him at Computex this year, which was the highlight of the entire event. I did see him last year as well, but I didn't want to bother him because he was busy. But this year, I actually talked to him. We were like outside one of the big hotels where Corsair was. Got him at the entrance. We talked for a few minutes. He subscribed to the channel. Not sure if he's still subscribed, but he subscribed right in front of me. And we talked for a bit, and it was so cool. So yeah, I'm kind of a fanboy. But yeah, that's just kind of, I wanted to do YouTube videos. I want to do something else. And again, YouTube here in South Africa is really small. So getting into it, it's hard, but it's not as hard as like overseas. Then we also have, how did you start in this industry and how did you get sponsored so fast? It wasn't fast. It took me years and years and years. Remember, I think I started my channel in 2014 or 15 or maybe even 13. I can't remember exactly. But literally, I had to spend more than 10,000 rand of my own money to get products before I actually got like a first sponsor. And then it wasn't even to keep the products. It took forever for me to actually be able to keep products. So don't expect things to just happen overnight. It takes years of work. And that is why if people ask me to give them stuff now, it's like I did all of this work to build up here. I was dead poor in the beginning. I worked retail, and even after I quit working retail, I pretty much just survived. Sometimes I didn't even make enough money to survive the month. So working. Now I'm in a pretty good position to actually, where I get a lot of products and I make a decent amount of money to move out. But it's still nothing near what a lot of people make. For instance, my videos. Most of my videos don't make that much money for the amount of work I put in. So for people to just ask for free stuff, it kind of just annoys me. That's the only thing. Then Mongli Liberty asks your in-game mouse. So it's probably like my favorite mouse, or the kind of the best mouse. I'm gonna go with the Logitech G305. it's a good mouse. Wireless, that's probably the reason. And then also it has a good sensor, it's lightweight, and it's actually pretty affordable. I think it's $50 or something, but you can't get it in South Africa, which sucks. I had to import it from Amazon, and even after that, like the day after I got it, it wasn't able to ship to South Africa anymore. It's like with some of the keyboards as well, I was able to ship it once, and after that, you can't import it anymore. So I'm glad I got that. Then we have Max G. Thompson's asking, building a 1440p system with an 27 Super, could I just get the 3600X or should I go for the 3700X? I would say kind of go for the 3700X. It's just going to work better, especially for 1440p, but 3600X will be okay if you overclock it, or you can go for like the 3700. Bit hard to say. I would, if you can save up for the 3700X, I would say go for that. It's just going to be better, but if you're really limited, then go for the 3600X if you don't have a choice. That's pretty much that. Xbox or PlayStation from Denti Scans. I don't own either. I've never owned a console before, so I think I'm going to go for the Xbox 360. I would have gone for that, but for the new gen, I would go for PlayStation, and for the new gen, I don't know. Maybe PlayStation as well. Then Cole asks, more RAM, less SSD storage with hard drive storage, or less RAM but more SSD storage? All right, so either go for RAM or either go for SSD. So depending on your system. So when I was still working at Computer Mania, like building stuff, when we had a really budget laptop, like something like a Celeron system or even an i3, I would rather go for an SSD than more RAM. If it does have more than 4 or 8 gigs of RAM, I would rather go for an SSD compared to normal hard drive, because normal hard drives are crazy slow. Just go an SSD, they're really not expensive anymore, and you can pretty much pick them up on specials like every week. So rather go for SSD, but depending on how much RAM you have, if you only have 2 gigs, then yeah, I'd rather go for a bit more RAM. Martin asks, how do you get into gaming? I've just always loved games. So I don't know, from a young age I played games. Actually I had on my parents' like old Pentium 4 PC. It's not really, it's old, but it's not that old. But you know, Pentium PC, my mom was like a teacher, and one of the kids helped her out and like installed a bunch of demos on that. It's like the Doom demo, like some Star Wars demos. Just like got into that. So it's pretty much like demos, and also the NAG CDs. I bought a bunch of the NAG magazines. I probably had like 3 years of NAG magazines, or maybe even more. I can't exactly remember. But yeah, I got a lot of demos of that and just played the demos and so on, because I couldn't really afford all of the games because games was expensive. But yeah, that's how I got into games. Then we have DJ Malachit. I'm sorry if I pronounce their names wrong. I always feel bad pronouncing people's names because I'm so bad at it. But he asks, how do you find living in South Africa like? I like it. There's issues, like we all know the normal racial stuff. We have the power issues, farm burning down, stuff like that. If we just take all of that away, yeah, I really like it. People are pretty decent, and also for like me doing a tech, because it's pretty much only me and UFT Tech doing all of the videos, and unfortunately he's leaving due to a really sad reason. We kind of had the monopoly on getting tech products from some of the tech suppliers, because it's pretty much just me and him doing tech reviews. So I'm not sure if there's any other tech guys that's close to us. Oh, well, B is much bigger than I am, but even close to me. Some with like 1,000 subscribers, but that's kind of all. There is space for more people to come into as well, but I kind of like it. I don't think I would have the same success if I lived in the US. That's for sure. Here's that question. Gareth Hodge asks, why do you have a second channel? So in the beginning, I said there, just like to have a second channel for some of the products or some of the videos that I don't want to spend that much time on doing on We Do Tech. It's just a second channel, casual channel. I might even actually move some of the Q&A videos there if I don't want to do it on the main channel. Because then I think this is our final question. Smith Vanner asks, I want to start creating videos on YouTube, playing games, etc. Got any advice for SA streamers? So I wouldn't really say that I'm the best person to ask for that, being that I don't really stream, or when I stream, it's a non-carer moment. I play with some of you guys, whereas I don't think a lot of other guys do, because there is a chance that you might get banned for stuff people say, and that kind of has happened a few times where I get somebody younger, unfortunately, and they don't really have a filter on, and it's like N-bomb, stuff like that. So I honestly don't care that much. Also, if I don't play for donations. A lot of bigger streamers, because it's kind of a full-time job recently, they kind of live off those donations and they have a bit more priority. So it's going to depend on what type of style you're going to go for, but in the end, pretty much just be yourself, because if you fake it, then it's not really going to work, especially for streaming. If you do stream for like 8 hours or 4 to 8 hours, which is kind of the minimum that you need to. So be yourself, let people fall in love with like who you are as a person. Try to up the quality of your stream, play games that's like popular at the moment. But also it's hard. I would say streaming is so much harder to get into than like tech videos or pretty much anything else. Tech is really hard because you kind of need to have the products to do the videos, and it's hard to get the products. But afterwards, it's pretty okay. Whereas gaming, you need to make a lot of videos to stand out, and it's because there's so many other people playing those type of games. It's really hard. But I know I've been babbling for a bit now, but what I can say is maybe what you can do to stand out a bit more. If you're good at the game, that's awesome. It's not necessarily going to mean you're going to get out there. So what you need to do is stream like on Twitch. Take your clips, post it on YouTube with videos, either the entire stream or just like highlights with nice music and so on. Kind of like, if you can, like Dr. Disrespect, I don't necessarily watch him on Twitch, but I watch his edited videos, and it's so entertaining with the music and everything. I know it's high-end work, but maybe focus a bit on that, and also like on Instagram and Twitter. Post some of your cool kills on Twitter or Instagram, and it's gonna get shared and so on. And it's pretty much for streaming, it's going to work with word of mouth. So yeah, I'm not exactly sure, because again, I'm not the biggest streamer, but maybe later on I'll do more streaming as well. And now I am done, and I'm sweating like crazy because the aircon is off and it's so hot. The summer is here. 34 degrees or 32 degrees here. It's stupid hot. But anyway, that's pretty much it. Thanks for all the questions, guys. If you have any other questions, let me know down in the comments also below. I'll probably split this up into a few videos, and also I'll post it on the Instagrams, Twitters, and so on when I want to do another one. So check that out and subscribe to the second channel, please. I want to grow that channel a bit more so we can do more stuff there. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Love you guys, and I will check all of you next time. Cheers, guys.